Good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Twisted Lives 2. Hopefully, you're found in the best of spirits, mentally and physically. I grew up in America, Compton, California. I started carrying a gun at the age of 6. By the time I was 8 years old, I had already done 45 days in juvenile hall. I continued to go in and out of juvenile hall, continued to go to juvenile camp, continued to go to CYA, which is California Youth Authority, until I turned to age 17. I got out from, I think it was CYA, and as soon as I got out, I caught a murder. And that murder carried a special circumstance allegation, which is in the commission of a robbery. I had no bail. I was offered no deal. I had to go to trial. I was facing the California death penalty at the age of 17 years old. I was already a seasoned vet. By the time I turned 17, I had a mind of a 30-year-old in the streets. That's just the way things were. You grew up fast, and you had to learn fast, or you got sucked in like a vacuum sucking up trash. Either way, I was in a courthouse. From Compton, they bounded me over to Torrance. Now, at this particular time, Torrance had a 95% conviction rate or better. So there's no way a young black man at the age of 17 years old going into a courthouse should be able to beat the death penalty. And the circumstances were several witnesses. I was a known gang member. I had just done an interview with the Los Angeles Times, and they used that against me. But just to make a long story short, I wanted to give you a little brief history about who I am and what can qualify me to say the things I say and what I write about and what I record on my channel. Respect to all others, but I lived the life, and I continue to see the life. What possessed me to write about kids dying is because when I grew up, nobody was there for me. Everybody gave me a gun. Nobody took a gun away from me. So I don't want this mentality to be passed on to the younger generation, because that's the mentality that was passed on to us. Provide them with a gun, let them protect themselves. But not knowing the opposite is they also can be killed by carrying a gun. So I'm trying to get this message across to others. I lost a child. I've been in prison over half my life. I look at all these kids saying they felons and teenagers. Well, guess what? I was a felon at 8 years old. I wasn't even a teen yet. I wanted to give you 5 ideals of 5 things to watch out for while you're out in society. The first thing is pay attention to your surroundings. Always pay attention to your surroundings. No matter where you at, how many times you've been there, or how safe it look, or no matter who you're going to go meet. Pay attention to your surroundings. Always. Number 2, don't bring attention to yourself. It's simple. If you're driving a Mercedes Benz or BMW, you got all this jewelry around your neck, all this braces around your arms, and you got your top back, you're not paying attention to what your surroundings are. You bring attention to yourself. You got to think, when you're sitting at that table eating a 4, 5, 6-course meal, there's somebody out there trying to survive off a piece of bread. So they want what you got. So don't bring attention to yourself. Number 3, always let someone know where you are going. If you meet somebody, they want to go meet up for drinks. No matter how safe they sound, no matter how romantic they sound, how smoothing they sound, always tell somebody you know where you are going. Anything can happen. And if something do happen, at least they have a starting point to where you was last at. And that makes a big difference. Because somebody always sees something. So don't be so secretive where you don't want to tell somebody where you're going. Because it might help you in the long run. You never know. Number 4, trust no one. And I mean that. You trust no one. Here's the situation. Everybody in life has a price. There's a price for everybody. I don't care what they say. If you put enough dineros on the table, enough money on that table, there's a price for everything. So you have to be very, very careful, and you trust no one. Always keep your head on a swivel. I don't care if you got the highest security team. I don't care if you got the best killers in the world. Because here's the situation. Those that get got by those that's close to them. So you trust no one. You build a brick wall around yourself. When you go out there in public, you keep your head turned to left and right, backwards and frontwards. And always pay attention. Number 5, stay away from areas you're unfamiliar with. Oh, they got a 50% sale over here across town. Let's go over there. You're not familiar with the area. Who cares about a 50% sale? That 50% sale can cost you your life. Always try to stay in well-lit areas, in areas that you're familiar with, in areas that your mind say you're comfortable being in. See, if you don't feel comfortable, don't stop. If you don't feel comfortable, don't go. If you don't feel comfortable, get up and leave. There's a reason why you're feeling that way. Don't ignore it. Your best friend is yourself. Your best watchdog is yourself. You are your best protection. And the most important thing is pay attention to everything around you and everybody around you. And if you don't feel comfortable, don't park. And if you're driving down the street, look behind your mirror. Pay attention. If that car been following you for 4 or 5 blocks, there's a reason for that car following you. Pull over to the police station. Or prepare yourself, because something's about to happen, so pay close attention. Those are just some of the things I just wanted to talk about. Because when I hear about all this gun violence, kids losing their lives through to stupidity and senseless murders, it irks me. It bothers me. These kids did nothing. These kids are innocent. These kids have a right to grow up and be productive citizens in America. Or they have a right to fail. It's their choice. But we need to give them that right. So we need to provide better protection in America for our younger generation. If we keep losing kids at this rate, we're not going to have any more scientists. We're not going to have any more doctors and lawyers. And if we do, everything is going to be watered down because we're not going to have a variety to pick from. So we have to understand, we're not just killing the branches on a tree. We're killing the roots of the tree. Instead of watering those roots, we're killing the roots. America, wake up. This gun violence is real. Our kids are dying. Let's be a voice. Together as one, we can be heard. One by one, we can be pushed aside.